Welcome again to journeying with us through the scripture. We're back at it, and we're on Matthew chapter 5, verses 33 through 37. And what are we talking about here? Yesterday, we talked about adultery. If any man looks at a woman with lust in his heart, he has committed adultery with her already. The next step that Jesus is talking about in the Sermon on the Mount is divorce, which would be the next logical step that he would be talking about. And to give you a broader context, he does say that you have heard it said, whoever sends his wife away, let him give a certificate of divorce. So in the Jewish tradition, it was customary for a person to take, if he would want it, he could divorce his wife for any reason that he saw fit, pretty much. And they would go to the Jewish leadership and say, hey, I'm writing a certificate of divorce. I don't want anything to do with her. And in that situation, it was horrible for the woman. Not so much, it wasn't bad for the man, because the woman was dependent upon either her husband or her son for her livelihood, for the most part. And if she didn't have either one of those, she would be destitute. She would have to do some other things in order to provide for herself and stuff like that. So to put somebody away for a divorce was just a a a really bad a really bad situation for the woman. Not, and like I said, not so much for the man. Remember, Jesus's stepfather or father, you know what I mean, Joseph, had mind to put away Mary, because he saw that she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? He had two options. He had one, he could go ahead and divorce her, like he said he would do, or stone her. You know what I'm saying? He had three options. He could put her away silently, you know what I'm saying, stone her because she had apparently cheated on him, and or just marry her like he did do, and stuff like that, under the admonishment of the Lord. Now, he would be justified, or he, in his mind, he would be more justified than others, than like others in his situation, who were not in his situation, but those who were wanting to put away their wife for any other reason. Jesus depicts this reason for divorce as being unchaste or unfaithful, or committing adultery. That is the only reason for a divorce. Now, what is that? What is that really saying? Not really is it really saying. What is in what Jesus is saying? Before, we talked about adultery. We talked about that saying. We talked about that being a demonstration of valuing yourself and the other person less than what God values you or that other person as. When we are unfaithful in adultery and unfaithful in the marriage union, then we are valuing our word less, ourselves less than what we should be, and we're devaluing the other person as well. That is what is happening, because there is no follow through, there is no faithfulness in your commitment to the other person. So God is serious. It seems to say that God is serious about people keeping their word and following through with what they said they were going to do. Hence, the next section, he's talking about oaths. Do not make oaths. Don't swear upon your head. Don't swear upon the temple. Don't swear upon the gold of the temple. Don't swear upon the earth. Don't put that on anything. Don't put that on your mama. Don't put that on your mama's grave. Don't put that on the set. You know what I'm saying? Don't put that on me. You know what I mean? That is what I mean by that. People who shouldn't understand. Like, I put that on my mama, I'm gonna do that. I put that on my mama's grave, I'm gonna do that. I put that, meaning that they were trying to gather some type of trust in them outside of them just keeping their word, period. So it is a ploy to either manipulate, or to manipulate, or to get or to present an image that is other than what your internal intent and stuff like that. And Jesus is speaking to that. He's saying, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Follow through with your word. Think it all the way through before you say you're going to do something. Plain and simple. The main thing that we see here, or the one thing, is God is serious about our commitments and our promises. Think it thoroughly. Think it through thoroughly. Think through your commitments and follow through with them, with what you have committed to. So that's the main thing here that I see. An illustration would be, if just think about buying a house, and all the commitment that goes into that. Really, it's interesting to see that when you buy a house, it's not there's just paper and signatures that are by passed along. I pass you a paper check, I'm gonna pass you a wad of cash, even though that's paper, and I sign on all of these lines saying, yes, I will commit to pay this debt back. And if I don't commit to pay this debt back, then you can take the house back. And then there is a blot on my credit for at least 7 years that I've had a house foreclosed upon me. So there is a serious consequence for one not keeping their word in purchasing a house. How much more so would there be a serious consequence for someone not being faithful in the marriage that they have sworn to uphold? God is very serious about us keeping their word, because it demonstrates the value, or because when you do keep your word, you demonstrate that you are valuable and the other person is valuable as well. This has been Apologetics. Sorry for I don't apologize. You guys have a blessed day.